Hello and welcome to the first ever Urb Appeal Trivia, the show that proves once and for all you can both be happy to see someone and have a banana in your pocket. But more on that later. My name is John Chesak and I run Urb Appeal Tours. We're having a little technical difficulties, but Urb Appeal Tours logo is there. Just trust me. If you're not familiar with Urb Appeal Tours, we are the #1 tour company in Detroit, according to my mother. There she is. Hi, Mom. My dad prefers backseat Detroit. Joe Kraus! All right, so let's get started with some trivia. But before we do that, I would like to give a big thank you to Pete McGrath and all the good folks at Seville's. If you're not familiar with Seville's, they are a real estate brokerage. Now, I'm not 100% sure what a real estate brokerage does, but they do, and maybe you do too. So if you need some real estate brokered or brokers real estate, again, not 100% on this concept here, hit up my boy Pete and everybody at Seville's. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of Urb Appeal Trivia and having a ringing endorsement just heard, hit us up at hello@urbappealtours.com. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to my good friend Nick, who's behind the camera here. If you don't know Nick, he is one of the most understanding, kind, genuine people you'll ever meet. Very handsome too, ladies. I hope one day he finds a woman who truly deserves him. Oh yeah, his current girlfriend is here too for some reason.
What the hell, John? You know I can hear you, right?
Let's get to the trivia. All right, the way we're going to work this is you're going to have, if you haven't already, go to crowd.live/urbappeal on your second device. And the faster you put in the correct answer, the more question points you'll be awarded. There's going to be 25 questions at the end of each game. Whoever has the most points is going to be the winner. But the top 3 are going to be winning some fantastic prizes. Third place is going to get a $5 gift certificate to Boro Resale. Second place is going to get that same $5 and $5 to Nick Shane's. And first place is going to get both gift certificates and a free walking tour with the most handsome tour guide in Detroit. No, not Joe Kraus, me. All right, here we go. Question 1. In 1701, the first permanent European settlement was established in what is now Detroit. What country did the settlers come from? Was it A, France, B, England, C, the United States, or D, Spain? The correct answer is A, France. The French called the area Fort Pontchartrain du Détroit. Détroit eventually became Detroit because around here we have a long history of the mispronunciation of French words. All right, going on to question 2. Which of the following pizza chains did not get their start here in the Detroit area? Was it A, Jet's Pizza? Was it B, Pizza Hut, C, Little Caesars, or D, Marco's Pizza? Lots of great pizza in the area. I'm sure you guys all know that. But which one is not from here? The answer is B, Pizza Hut. With all that great pizza around here, it's amazing that we all stay so thin. All right, on to question 3. What rap group grew up in suburban Detroit? Was it A, Slum Village? Was it B, the Wu-Tang Clan? Was it C, the Underachievers? Or was it D, the Insane Clown Posse? A lot of great hip-hop in the area. Some of it not so good. Slum Village is from Detroit, the actual city. Wu-Tang and the Underachievers are from New York City.
New York City.
So I don't need help from D12 to know that the correct answer is D, the Insane Clown Posse. I'm not sure if they've seen a Mile Road South of 10 yet. If you're not getting these references, you need to listen to more 20-year-old Eminem. On to question 4. What salty snack do Detroiters eat more of per capita than any other city in the nation? Is it A, pretzels? Is it B, pita chips? Is it C, potato chips? Or is it D, pork rinds? The answer is C, potato chips. The average Detroiter eats 7 pounds of potato chips a year. compared to the national average of 4. And I'm definitely doing my part. Now we're moving on to question 5. Prior to the construction of the Renaissance Center, what was the tallest building in Detroit? Was it A, the Penobscot Building? Was it B, Allied Detroit Center? C, the Fisher Building? Or D, the Guardian Building? This one's a little trickier because the Allied Detroit Center is actually the second tallest building in Detroit, but it was built after the Ren Cen. The correct answer is A, the Penobscot Building. So that's our first 5 questions for you. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. In third place, Garrett G-Walks Johnson. Second place, David, I don't know this guy, Cook. And in first place, Pete McGrath, our sponsor. I promise you there's no collusion. Promise you there's no collusion. Let's all see if we can catch Pete here. Let's get back to the questions at question 6. What is the name of the group of artists that are credited with creating Detroit techno? Is it A, the Detroit 7? Is it B, the Belleville 3? C, the Riverview 2? Or D, the Dearborn 69? So Kevin Saunderson, Derek May, and Juan Adkins all make up the correct answer, B, the Belleville 3. If any of you selected Dearborn 69, nice. On to question 7. For what event was the giant tire that sits on I-94 between Detroit and the city of Ann Arbor created? Was it A, the 1968 World Series, B, the ending of World War II, C, Kwame Kilpatrick sentencing, or D, the 1964 World's Fair? The answer to that is, of course, D, the 1964 World's Fair. You might not know this, but that took place in New York City.
New York City?
And the tire was actually a Ferris wheel. On to question 8. In what year did the city of East Detroit change its name to East Point? Was it A, 1989, B, 1987, C, 1992, or D, 1996? A fun year. I was 7 years old in 1992. C. So East Point wanted to distance themselves with being associated with the city of Detroit and make themselves sound more like Grosse Pointe. I'm not sure who they thought they were fooling with that one. On to question 9. How many active Detroit City Council members are there at any one time? Is it A, 7, B, 9, C, 11, or D, 12? Any local politics fans who should know this one? And the answer to that one, well, let's think about it. You've got the 7 districts, you've got the council president, and you have the at-large representatives. That gives us the correct answer of B, 9. On to question 10. Which Detroit landmark is the point of origin for the city of Detroit? Is it A, Campus Martius Park? Is it B, Detroit City Hall? Is it C, Hart Plaza? Or is it D, the Renaissance Center? So you got the spoken wheel system laid out by Augustus Woodward, and has its point of origin at A, Campus Martius Park. Fun fact about Augustus Woodward, his real name was Elias. He changed it to Augustus because he was obsessed with Roman culture, as one does, I suppose. All right, so that's 10 questions in the book. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. Oh, we got a little mix-up here. Pete McGrath still leading the way with 681 points. Second place is Kirsten Bonalapati with 490 points. In third place with 480 points is Angela Biskey. Angela Lobster Biskey, as I like to call her. Moving on to question 11. What was the last year the Detroit Pistons won the NBA championship? Was it A, 2009? Was it B, 2016? Was it C, 2007? Or was it D, 2004? So, well, if you've been watching Fox Sports Detroit lately, they've been showing the old games. The answer is D, 2004. I was actually fortunate enough to be at the game when they won it all. I had just graduated high school. and was able to score some tickets because one of my very best friends was hooking up with a girl that was on the Detroit Pistons dance team. Now, he's a very, very, very private person, so he would be extremely mad at me if I said his name on here. So I'm going to tell you. His name's Connor Good. Hey, Connie. Hope you're not too mad at me, but I'm pretty sure you are. Let's move on. Question 12. After being traded, which Detroit Lions quarterback famously cursed the team, saying the team would not win for 50 years? Was it A, Scott Mitchell? Was it B, Joey Harrington? C, Bobby Lane? Or D, Clyde Leforce? This question was submitted by Pete McGrath, so I got a feeling he's getting this one right. Again, check out Pete McGrath and Seville's for all your real estate brokerage needs. The answer is C, Bobby Lane. Our current quarterback, Matthew Stafford, actually went to the same high school as Bobby Lane in Texas, separated by several decades, I assume. Moving on to question 13. After Detroit, what Michigan city has the highest population? Is it A, Southfield, B, Grand Rapids, C, Flint, or D, Lansing? A lot of big cities in the area. Which one's the second biggest? Let's find out together. With a population of 202,217, the correct answer is B, Grand Rapids. All right, moving on to question 14. Who was the first governor of the state of Michigan? Was it A, William Hull? Was it B, William Woodbridge? Was it C, Epaphroditus Ransom? Or was it C, Stevens T. Mason? I know which name is my favorite. This one was tricky for if you're a history buff because William Hull was actually the first governor of the territory of Michigan, but the question asked for the state of Michigan, and that was D, Stevens T. Mason. He was known as the boy governor as he was elected at age 24. He's also entombed under his statue in Capitol Park. On quiet nights, they say you can still hear the sound of him walking around the park. Governing. On to question 15. Speaking of Capitol Park, in what year was the capital of Michigan moved from Detroit to Lansing? Is it A, 1900? Is it B, 1865? Is it C, 1847? Or is it D, 1865? What year are we looking for here? The answer is 1847, C. All right, that's another 5 questions in the books here. Let's take a look at our leaders. Oh, man, we got more shakeup. Daryl Cook in third place with 677 points. Angelo Lobster Bisky moves up to second place, 682 points. And our current leader and still leader and sponsor and good friend, Pete McGrath, is in first place. Pete's really dominating this show. I thought I was the star. I guess I'm wrong. Let's move on to question 16. In the comics, what superhero team was briefly headquartered in Detroit? Was it A, the Justice League? Was it B, the Avengers? Was it C, the Fantastic Four? Or was it D, the X-Men? Everybody that knows me playing out there knows I'm a big comic book guy. Maybe you are too. Maybe you know the answer is A, Justice League. If I remember correctly, what happened was Aquaman kicked out Spider-Man, or not Spider-Man, he's not the Justice League, but Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and then moved the headquarters to Detroit. I'm not sure how or why he managed to do that. All right, question 17. What year was Ford's Model T released? Was it 1908, 1911, 1902, or 1916? A lot of Ford cars. Model T was obviously their first big hit, made cars affordable for the common man, and the first one rolled out of the Paquette plant in 1908. Moving on to question 18. How long is the Detroit River? Is it A, 25 miles, B, 32 miles, C, 17 miles, or D, 28 miles? River's a great place to go right now for some good social distancing hangouts. Do a little fishing, watch the JW Westcotts, and you can also maybe find out that the correct answer is D, 28 miles long. I'm not sure how you'd find that out there, but I'm sure you're all very smart and can figure it out yourself. Moving on to question 19. Which of the following is not a flavor of pop made by Faygo? Is it A, candy apple? Is it B, peach? Is it C, mango? Or is it D, black cherry? So Faygo has over 50 varieties of pop, none of them mango. My favorite happens to be cream soda.
I'm a fan of the Diet Cola.
That makes sense, Sarah, because you're kind of like the Diet Cola of people. Moving on to question 20. Where was the first Coney sold in Detroit? Was it A, Lafayette, Coney Island? Was it B, Detroit 1 to Coney Island? C, Leo's Coney Island? Or D, American Coney Island? Well, the first Coney was sold in 1917 by a Greek immigrant, Konstantin Kyros, at his restaurant D, American Coney Island. Lafayette was opened shortly after by Konstantin's brother, William. All right, so that's 20 questions in the books. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. Mike Illich, playing from beyond the grave, is here in third. Daryl Cook has moved up to second place with 972 points. And our perpetual leader, sponsor, friend, lover is Pete McGrath. Just so you know, Pete sent in like 5 other questions, so thank God I didn't use any of those, or he'd have an even bigger lead. So let's go on to question 21. Hopefully someone can dethrone Pete here. The road known as 6 Mile in the suburbs is known as what in the city of Detroit? Is it A, McNichols? Is it B, Finkel? Is it C, Maple? Or is it D, Outer Drive? You know your mile roads? If so, you know that the answer is A, McNichols. It's named for John McNichols, a former president of the University of Detroit, which is where Pete McGrath got so dang smart in high school. Well, I guess that would have been the high school. Never mind. Let's move on. Question 22. What league does the Detroit City FC currently play in? Is it A, the National Premier Soccer League? Is it B, the National Independent Soccer Association? Is it C, Major League Soccer? Is it D, USL Pro? Or is it E, it's soccer? Nobody really cares. This is another tricky one. A, because I made up an answer on the fly. And B, because last year, DCFC was playing in the National Premier Soccer League, but now they're playing in the National Independent Soccer Association. If you're a soccer fan and I offended you, who cares? Moving on. Question 23. Only counting the land, not the water, how many square miles is the city of Detroit? Is it 142.89? Is it 138.72? Is it 159.35? Or is it 183.91? The correct answer is, of course, B, 138.72. If you include the water, however, it's 142.89 square miles, meaning that over 4 square miles of Detroit is underwater. Perhaps that's why Aquaman wanted to move here. Well, that is 22 questions in the book. From here on out, we'll check the standings every question. Mike Gillis still doing great from beyond the grave there. Third place, 975 points. Daryl Cook, 1,128 points. And Pete McGrath, 1,487 points. So we've got a few more questions to go. Let's see if that changes at all. All right, moving on to question 24. What street separates Ford Field from Comerica Park? Is it A, Brush, B, Beaubien, C, Cass, or D, Woodward? Go to a lot of games, you might know this. Might be a place you hang out in between the games. So there's drinking there. If you're into that sort of thing. If not, we're probably not that good of friends. Let's go on. The correct answer is A, Brush. Moving on to the leaderboard here. Oh, a little bit of a shader. Did Eminem's Slim Shady LP debut? Was it B, 2000? Was it C, 2001? Or was it D, 1999? Eminem has been a big part of this survey today. All right, so final question, and the answer is D, 1999. Let's take a look at our final leaderboard. So, in third place, taking home a $5 gift certificate to Boro Resale is Kirsten Bondilla Body. Yay, Kirsten! In second place is Daryl Cook. Great job, Daryl. You're getting that same $5 to borrow and $5 in exchange. And in first place, taking home both gift certificates and a free walking tour with yours truly, and hopefully sponsoring us again next week because of his continued success, is one, Pete McGrath. All right, folks, great job in game one. Today we are going straight into game two. Next week we might do a little intermission type deal, but for this week we're just going to go straight in. So, are you guys ready? I'm ready. Question one is coming up soon. In the meantime, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Just hanging in there just like everybody else. A little bit of technical difficulties. Still a little technical difficulties. I think a lot of this blame can be placed squarely on Sarah's shoulders. That's what I'm assuming is going on over there, but I can't be sure. All right, question one. What is the largest park in Detroit? Is it A, Belle Isle? Is it B, Palmer Park? Is it C, Rouge Park? Or is it D, Riverside Park? Well, coming in at a whopping 1,181 acres, including 12 playgrounds, 3 swimming pools, multiple sports field, is the answer. C, Rouge Park. Question two. Which of these colors is not on the current version of the flag of Detroit? Is it A, purple? Is it B, orange? Is it C, yellow? Or is it D, red? You have any vexillologists in the house? People that study flags? If so, they probably know the answer is A, purple. All right, on to question three. The tradition of throwing an octopus onto the ice began in 1952. Who did the Red Wings defeat in the Stanley Cup Finals to bring home the cup that year? Is it A, the Toronto Maple Leafs? Is it B, the Boston Bruins? Is it C, the Pittsburgh Penguins? Or is it D, the Montreal Canadiens? 1952 was a great year. Queen Elizabeth got her crown. My father was born. And the Wings swept the Montreal Canadiens on the way to their 5th Stanley Cup. Moving on to question four. How many Motown record songs hit number one on the charts? Was it A, 79, B, 138, C, 191, or D, 153? No matter which one of these is correct, that's a lot of number one hits. But the correct answer is C, a whopping 191 number one hits. Can you believe that? I can, because I looked up the answer. The answer, but keep in mind, that is more than double the number one hits that the Beatles, Elvis, Madonna, and the Rolling Stones had combined. All right, let's go on to question five here. In the famous song, Hello, Detroit, which Detroit location did Sammy Davis Jr. not mention? The Fisher Building, Belle Isle, Greektown, or the waterfront? Those of you that follow Urb Appeal on social media had a leg up on this question. You know the answer is A, the Fisher Building. For those of you who don't follow Urb Appeal on social media, be sure to do that and keep your eyes peeled for future clues. Or if you only have one eye, like Sammy Davis Jr., keep your other eye peeled. All right, that's 5 questions in game 2 in the books. Let's take a look at these leaderboards here, folks. In third place is Garrett G-Rat Johnson. Second place, from beyond the grave still, is Mike Illich. And in first place is my dear cousin, Josh Chesak. How you doing, Joshy? Way to represent the family there. All right, let's move on to question 6. In what year did Quicken Loans move from Livonia to Detroit? Is it A, 2011, B, 2012, C, 2006, or D, 2010? That's for sure. And that change began in 2010. D, for those of us that remember these pre-Quicken days, these current days are looking a lot like those days downtown. All right, let's get back to it here. Question 7. Who designed the Guardian Building? Was it A, Albert Kahn? Was it B, Louis Camper? Was it C, Wirt C. Rowland? Or was it D, Frank Lloyd Wright? All right, and the correct answer here is Wirt C. Rowland. I'm pretty sure there's no relation to Kelly Rowland of Destiny's Child, but you never know. And that's what makes life worth living. All right, moving on to question 8. Who directly followed Coleman Young as mayor of Detroit? Was it A, Kwame Kilpatrick? Was it B, Jerome Kavanaugh? Was it C, Dave Bing? Or was it D, Dennis Archer? Coleman Young definitely had some colorful quotes. It's a family show, so I can't repeat too many of them. But the correct answer is D, Dennis Archer. He had some big shoes to fill coming in after Coleman Young there. Moving on to question 9. What famous Detroit road is also known as M102? Is it A, 8 Mile? Is it B, Southfield Road? Is it C, Woodward? Or is it D, Grand River? Great place to go if you like strip clubs or weed dispensaries, and that is 8 Mile. Moving on to question 10. How many interconnected towers comprise the Renaissance Center? Is it A, 5, B, 7, C, 4, or D, 9? Renaissance Center, now owned by GM, originally built by Ford, sold in the 90s. So the Renaissance Center has a staggering 5.5 million square feet spread across 7 interconnected towers. Great place to get lost in. And we've got the leaderboard coming up to check out, see how everybody's doing. Eventually. In 3rd place, we have Dale Cook. Moving up the rankings is Sam MC with 522 points, some fresh blood on that leaderboard. And in 1st place is Mike Illich with 583 points. Let's get back to the game here. Question 11. What building used to be known as... I'll give it a second here. As the Grand Circus Theater. Was it A, the Opera House? Was it B, the Fox Theater? Was it C, the Senate Theater? Or was it D, the First National Building? Like we're having a little trouble on the screen here, but hopefully you're able to get it on your phone. The correct answer is A, the Opera House. Prior to its current use as a live theater, it was actually used as a movie house. Just to give you an idea of what kind of stuff was going down there in the last couple of years in the 70s, the last movie showed there was called Jailbait Babysitters. Sarah, you were in that one, weren't you?
Screw you, Jen.
Moving on. Rude. Question 12. Detroit's Latin motto is Speramus Meliora Resurgit Cinerebus. I mean, no. What does that translate to in English? Is it A, if you seek a pleasant peninsula, look about you. B, what up, doe? Let's hit the coney. C, we hope for better things, it shall arise from the ashes. Or D, all for one and one for all. Almost went into tour guide mode there and started doing my normal spiel. But I did not, and the answer is C, we hope for better things and they shall rise from the ashes. Although I will say that B, what up, doe? Let's hit the coney would make a better modern motto. But our current one, we hope for better things, they shall rise from the ashes, does refer to the rebuilding of Detroit after the Great Fire of 1805. All right, moving on to question lucky number 13. What is the name of the below-grade pathway on Detroit's east side that used to be a Grand Trunk Railway? Is it A, the DeQuinter Cut? Is it B, the Riverwalk? Is it C, Hines Park Trail? Or D, the Strand? So the answer there is A, the DeQuinter Cut. It's one of my favorite places in Detroit. If you haven't been, definitely check it out. Make sure you maintain safe distance from other people right now, because I don't know if you've heard, but there's some sort of virus out there. The talk of the town. Moving on to question 14. What is the official name of the residence for the mayor of Detroit? Is it A, Kwame's Playhouse? Is it B, Cobo Hall? Is it C, Monticello? Or is it D, Manoogian Mansion? The correct answer is D, Manoogian Mansion. The city actually changed the name post Kwame's infamous shenanigans, but have since gone back to the original name. All right, moving on. Question 15. We're really flying through this tonight. Which university used to be located in Detroit? Is it A, University of Michigan? Is it B, Eastern Michigan University? Is it C, Michigan State University? Or is it D, Siena Heights University? All fine schools, but the correct answer is A, the University of Michigan. It was founded in 1817 in Detroit and then moved to Ann Arbor in 1837, where it immediately became stuck up and condescending. With that, we're going to take a look at our leaderboards. Let's see what we got here. In third place, some familiar faces. Daryl Cook, 715 points. In second place, with 877 points, is Sam MC, maybe perhaps a rapper, I don't know. And in first place, with 897 points, is Mike Illich. All right, let's go on to question 16 here. What was the population of Detroit as reported by the 2010 census? Was it 777? Was it 672,662? Was it 704,301? Or was it 420,069? Weak. The answer is A, 713,777. It'll be interesting to see how the population has changed after this current census, which brings me to my next point. If you haven't filled out the current census, what are you waiting for? You're trapped in your house. You've got nothing to do. It doesn't take very long. Just do it. You're embarrassing yourself. Really, just get with it. Jesus. All right, moving on. Question 17. Also, I forgot to do it. Nick had to do it. In what year was Better Made Snack Foods founded? Was it A, 1945? Was it B, 1930? Is it C, 1962? Or is it D, 1973? Delicious chips that were founded in 1930. That's 90 years of contributing to Detroit's debilitating potato chip addiction. Sad, really. Question 18. What day of the week are the Ford fireworks on every year? Is it A, Saturday? Is it B, Sunday? Is it C, Monday? Or is it D, Friday? They're always fun, good to go. See the crowds. People run when they hear fireworks, thinking that there's something else. But the answer is that they always happen on Monday. I'm not sure why they happen on Monday. I've always wondered that. But it is great to hear all the downtown employees complain about the added traffic every single year. Always surprised by that for some reason. All right, we are moving on here to question 19. What improv theater was Keegan-Michael Key one of the founders of? Was it A, Mark Ridley's? Was it B, Improv-Lips Now? Was it C, City Theater? Or was it D, Planet Ant? So the correct answer there is D, Planet Ant. It's a great little theater there. If you've never seen one of their shows, definitely make a note to do that. So actually, currently they're doing online shows, which are fantastic. Check them out. You will not be disappointed, but don't do it on Thursday nights. Let's move on to our next question. 20. Which of these cities do not share a border with Detroit? Is it A, Redford? Is it B, Livonia? Is it C, Southfield? Or is it D, Ferndale? And the correct answer there is B, Livonia. It's where I grew up. I'm sure I got a lot of fellow Livoniaites, I think is the name, Livonians, maybe. Big shout out to all of them, especially the ones that didn't have the good sense to move out of Livonia. Garrett Johnson, looking at you. Just kidding, I love you. Let's move on, but before we do that, let's take a look at our rankings. In third place, dropping down to third, is Mike Illich, 977 points. With 979 points, Angela Lobster Bisky back in the mix, second place there. And in first place, Sam MC with 1,279. Moving on to question 21. What Detroit building is known as Detroit's largest art object? Got a little leaderboard lag here. It's been known to happen a time or two. But is it A, the Guardian Building? Is it B, the Renaissance Center? Is it C, Fisher Building? Or is it D, the Detroit Athletic Club? Hopefully that lag doesn't happen on your phones, but if it does, it's free trivia, so what are you going to do? The answer to that one is C, the Fisher Building. So that is also known as Detroit's Golden Tower because it used to have gold plate on the roof. That got covered up in World War II to make it a more difficult target for a potential enemy air attack. They covered it with asphalt, which of course ruined the gold plating, and I'm really not sure how they did not foresee that being an issue, but they didn't, and here we are today. On to question 22, getting to the home stretch here. What is the name of the Pistons' equine mascot? Is it A, Hooper? Is it B, Horsepower? Is it C, Hoops? Or is it D, Horsey McPistonface? Pistons fans out there, if you so, you know the answer is A, Hooper. Hooper's birthday just passed. It was March 3rd, or I guess that's not just, time's flying these days. I also didn't have to look that up. That is just part of who I am. Moving on to question 23. Before that, let's take a look at these leaderboards. Oh, no, 23 it is. How many Detroit mayors have there been? Is it A, 71? Is it B, 77? Is it C, 86? Or is it D, 74? We'll look at the leaderboards after this. Hold your horses. Hold your hoopers. All right, the answer is B, 77. All right, now let's take a look at these leaderboards, see where we're shaking out here. In third place is Mike Ilitch with 1,103 points. In second place, 1,136 points goes to Angela Lobster Bisky. And in first place, with 1,358 points, Sam MC. All right, on to question 24. Might have another lag here, so sorry. Nope, no lag. What world leader was awarded the key to the city of Detroit? Is it A, Adolf Hitler? Was it B, Joseph Stalin? Was it C, Benito Mussolini? Or is it D, Saddam Hussein? All not great people. But the answer is Saddam Hussein. Hussein was awarded the key to the city in 1980 after making a large donation to a Detroit church. In case you're wondering, the key to the city has also been awarded to the likes of Steve Eiserman, Jerome Bettis, and Elmo. That guy. All right, let's check these leaderboards before we go into our last question. Looks like things have remained pretty much the same. Third place is Mike Ilitch, 1,185 points. Second place is Angela Bisky with 1,213 points. And in first place with 1,433 points, seems like probably has it sewn up, but you never know, is Sam MC. All right. Might again have that leaderboard lag here, but hopefully not. Let's go to question 25. Who founded General Motors? Rutherford P. General, Cornelius R. Scratch, Thaddeus McCotter, or William C. Dent? All fine names, none of which are made up, I assure you. The answer is D, William C. Dent. All right, let's check in and see who our winners of this game are. In third place, Mike Ilitch with 1,211 points. In second place with 1,213 points is Angela Bisky. And in first place, Sam MC, 1,495 points. Hopefully all of our winners tonight filled out their email address so I can get in contact you and get you your gift certificates. Third place is taking home that $5 to Boro. Second place is getting $5 from Boro and $5 McShane's. And first place is getting all of those things and a gift certificate for a free walking tour with Urb Appeal Tours. Again, the most handsome tour guide in Detroit, according to my mom. Well, there's our show, folks. Thank you for joining tonight for our first ever Urb Appeal Trivia. I had fun. Hopefully you had fun. Big shout out to this week's sponsor and Game 1 winner, Pete McGrath and Seville's. McShane's for providing gift certificates. Boro Resale for providing not only gift certificates, but also these sick threads I'm sporting here. And so make sure you follow Boro Resale on Instagram, on Twitter, maybe follow them in person. Who knows? You got nothing else to do. Go through their trash. It's the apocalypse. Let's get weird here, people. Until then, until next week, hope you stay happy, you stay healthy, and oh yeah, stay hungry. Oh, you didn't open it the whole way. Bye.
Is it recording?